listen to that. Let's go and just find this this route on the motorway that a friend of mine found the other day. Take us up some nice country lanes, then onto a bit of motorway, which I've not been on with the Speedmaster yet, so we'll see. Let's go. Hopefully we won't get rained on today like we did yesterday. Although I don't know. Depends which way those clouds are going. Because it's blue over there and it's grey over there. So we'll go this way first. I love the way this bike pops and crackles. Has he seen me? This weather can't make its mind up these days. Really hot days followed by huge storms. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube and I watch two guys one called J19. Hi Josh, if you're watching, love your videos mate. And another closely related to Josh, J19. Hi J19, if you're listening, love your videos too. It was actually seeing J19 of Josh's videos to her own channel and in her own right is one of the people and one of the reasons that encouraged me to do it as well. I just thought, you know, why not? First thing everybody thinks about, I reckon, when you start up a channel is, oh, I don't want people arguing with me and all that, but you don't have to argue with people. People start arguing with you, you either block them or you just don't answer. You're always going to get people who just want to cause trouble, and they're usually people who haven't got the guts to do it themselves. What is it people call them? Armchair warriors. Always criticising what other people do, but never getting out there and trying it for themselves. So if there's anyone out there who's ever had that thought, I'd been thinking about it for a long time, and then one day it just clicked. Should get over there and watch Shay Lacey and Shay Tree Surgeon, 2 separate channels. Oh, I wish these indicators would go off on their own. God. It's all very well being sat behind a biker with an indicator on in a car and you're complaining, oh, he's not turned it off, or they've not turned it off. Well, get on a bike yourself. See how often you do it. There's a lot to think about when you're riding a bike. And have I turned my indicator off is one of the lesser ones. I mean, yeah, shouldn't leave it on, but people just get upset about it too much. So yeah, that's how I started getting the idea of doing my own channel. Watching those 2 guys, watching a lot of others as well. I watched Greg Motor Jitsu, learnt a lot from that guy. Hoping to come back through that bit there when I come back. Don't do a lot of motorway riding if I can help it, but this has never been on one, so I need to try. And I also want to try this new route that a friend of mine found. pretty heavy to push around these bikes. When when you're just pushing them around your garden or the car parks. But like any bike, when you're moving, it's so much easier. For anybody wondering, the camera is on the chin of the helmet, so it's looking straight through the screen. But I'm actually higher than that. I'm looking over the screen. Just like my eyesight is right on the top, looking over it. A lot of people asking me about these screens. I've got to say that I think it's really good. Would I prefer to have the screen that's supposed to be on this bike? Yeah, of course I would. But at £1,000, I don't know. But as far as is it any good, I think this screen is brilliant. I might have only had the Z900 RS for like 6-7 months, but I had the screen on the majority of the time, been down motorways with it and all sorts, and once you've got it tightened in position, doesn't budge. And if you see videos of people with them and the screens are flying off and all kinds of stuff, then it's just a setup. They've done it deliberately by not tightening it properly, just for the views, because you tighten this properly and it's brilliant. Okay, so we're just going on to the M6 now. Woo, that's noisy. Might need to lift that screen just a little bit more yet. When I say lift it, I mean push it forward, just to make the airflow go a little bit higher over the top of me. My arms are getting it a bit, but only round about the elbow bicep area, and it's not a lot, to be honest. Doing about 60. Maybe slightly under sometimes, but I'm running the bike in, so I can't go too fast for too long. So we're looking for junction 19. I'm very familiar with junction 19, but I've just never been off this particular motorway coming in this direction, so we'll see. The airflow around my legs seems pretty easy at 60. Bit of buffeting around the helmet, but like I say, I think that's just because the screen maybe needs tilting forward a little bit. It's way better than it was when I first put it on. I've adjusted it once already. Okay, time to ease the death grip. Woo. Deep breaths. think we'll stay between 55 and 60. That should be alright for this engine anyway. And from what technicians have told me, these engines get running really well anyway before you get them. I wouldn't go on the motorway right now and stay at like 70 for a long time. I believe they recommend you don't do that anyway on any bike. Okay, I think we're coming up to junction 19. Yep, there it is. Heading for the A556. These big wagons like to try and force you, don't they? Okay, and we get ready for off. Take the next turn. I believe we're going to go towards Saturn Park, so we're going to go left. Do you know, all in all, I'd say that wasn't too bad actually. I will adjust the screen, tilt it forward very slightly again, so we can't just get that bit of airflow to just go up over the top of the helmet a little bit more. There was a bit of a battering. Oh dear. Woo. Just been past a cow field. Yuck. Which reminds me of The Simpsons when I see those clouds. I've just realised I've got cruise control. Oh, that's easier. Relax my hand now. A nice ride that. Like I say, I don't go on motorways a lot. I'd prefer not to. Glad I remembered about the cruise control. It's the first bike I've ever had that's had one on it, so